How's it going, Internet? This is Tuesdays with Randy. We're going to be cooking one of my favorite dishes, a broccoli tortellini salad. We're going to be taking your questions, and we're going to be drinking some beer.
What are you drinking?
Ballast Point Grapefruit Sculpin that my roommate bought me. The best beer in the world. How do you know it's the best beer? Because it is, in the last year, shown up in every bar in Southern California.
That's how you know it's just popular?
And it's at Trader Joe's, and it's just tasty.
That was not a tasty face. Drink it again and actually act like you like it.
Mentos, the best maker. We're not sponsored by Ballast Point, but if they want to sponsor us, hey, what's up? So, we're going to make one of my favorite recipes. It basically is broccoli, tortellini, tomatoes, and coleslaw dressing. The original recipe used to call for bacon as well, but we're trying to do this on the healthy tip, so enough with the bacon. Also, I feel like with this salad, bacon's kind of gilding the lily. It's great, but it's also just as great without it, so why have all the pig fat? If we can try to make something healthy, honestly, I'll get to a point where if I can make something vegetarian, I will. I mean, I still will eat meat, but it's not like I have to have meat with every single meal. But it's one of my favorite things to cook. It gets great response. First time I made this for my girlfriend, she was like, holy crap, what is this? This is amazing. In fact, she even had me make some for one of her office parties one time. I brought this over to my parents' house for a Christmas party one time, and it's always a big hit. It's a cold salad, but we're going to heat up tortellinis, of course, and we're going to blanch broccoli, which is very important, not just for taste, but for color. Because this is about appealing to all the senses. It's got to look good. It's got to taste good.
This is also about appealing to all the viewers. We've got 9 people watching right now. We
really
want to turn this into a Q&A. So Randy's not going to be talking about what he's cooking. We actually want to talk about maybe your health or weight loss goals, what you guys want to actually talk about, because Randy's on a journey right now.
Yeah, I mean, this is a totally open forum. Anything you want to ask, anything you want advice, you want to give me advice, or we can talk news, politics. Already lost all the states but one, but hey, it's okay. We're moving on to California.
Here we go. We got Jake Fosmeyer. What up, homie?
Hey now.
No, you need a new catchphrase.
I know. I gotta stop saying hey now. That's not my catchphrase. That's Hank Kingsley's catchphrase.
Yeah. So Jake Fosmeyer, do you have any questions for Randy while he's on his journey? So this has been going on for how long?
I'd say about 70 days now.
Wow.
I mean, it's never stopping. It's not like I have a specific goal in mind at this point. Although I thought of one yesterday. So yesterday I went for a 3-mile run at the Studio City Rec Center, which I haven't done in years. And there were only a couple of other people there. And this might be a little weird, but like the 2 other people that were there that were running were guys that were in super good shape. And they were running completely shirtless. And I've never been able to do that in my life because I've been ashamed of my gut.
There should be no shame in your gut.
There should be no shame, but there also, if I start running, there'd be lots of jiggling. But if I get to a point where I could run without a shirt, not that I would do that all the time, but I bet that feels really good. And that would be really cool. And then be like, hey, now I can run without a shirt.
You can run without a shirt no matter what. You just made 8 people watch you do that, you can just go running without a shirt.
No one ran to the bathroom gagging?
I mean, I don't know. We are waiting for your questions, you guys. This isn't just Randy cooking one of his great meals, which is what we're doing with the broccoli right now.
But we could talk while we're cooking.
Oh, Randy, that was a gorgeous sight, says Jake Fosmeyer. Thank you so much. Right? He should, right? Because being topless while you're on, yes, woo, shirtless, Randy is a stud, says John Grizz Fritch. They love it. I think you have approval that you can run topless now.
All right, I'm going to start running topless. I mean, I just feel like, especially when you're in the hot sun, that's going to feel really good. The first rave I went to, I was shirtless for a while. I mean, I was in way better shape, but that was fun. I wore Cookie Monster pants and a captain's hat. It was special. All right, I need a little tray for my waist.
Now, one of the things that I've realized is that if you just start acting like you're in the best health, your body shifts itself to that thing.
Oh, that's absolutely true. And the way that I've been dieting and exercising, I feel like I'm in the best shape of my life. I have been still at the point that I am now, almost 80 pounds lighter than I am today. But I would say I feel in the best shape of my life right now because I'm eating healthy, I'm working out every day, it improves my mood ridiculously.
What do you do with all this broccoli?
Well, we're going to cut it up. We're going to cut the big stalks off. And we're just going to put it in a pile. And then when my water's finished boiling, we're going to blanch the broccoli, which means that we put it in the boiling water for 30 seconds. As quick as we can, we take it out, we run it under cold water, and it's going to make it look way greener. It's going to make it softer because it's a cold salad. And it's going to make it taste a little better, too.
Now, while you're breaking up the broccoli, Kathy Bracolo says, "You're awesome, Randy."
Thank you, Kathy. How's it going?
If you guys have any questions about Randy, what he's doing on his journey, please ask them here. We're all getting very supportive comments, but we do want this to be a Q&A. So
also, I always like to, take recipe suggestions. Anybody that's never, put that much passion into cooking, which was me for 29 years of my life,
yeah,
it really has become something so fun. And, right now I'm dealing with a point in my life where I'm trying to actively not be bored all the time. And doing things like cooking occupies a lot of my time. Cleaning occupies a lot of my time. And it's not like I'm just sitting here monotonously. When we're either doing a show, this is super fun, or I'll be listening to my talk radio, and it's a great experience. I love secondary media. I love being able to do things while I'm entertaining myself. And cooking is also fairly entertaining. Also there's the whole aspect of you absolutely eat healthier when you cook for yourself because you are seeing the process. You're seeing what you put in your body, and it's a great feeling.
Now Kyle Smith says, "OG PGB here, PGP."
Hey, OG. God, that goes. Can you believe that was 7 years ago when we started that thing? Shout out to Gina Grad, by the way. Anybody who misses us, I just talked to her today because she needed my HBO password to see Game of Thrones. But she didn't watch Game of Thrones. She watched Girls. So, I don't know about that. She's even ashamed about it. But at some point, she'll get on the GOT train. At some point, we should do like a super spoilerific like Game of Thrones recap show. Because there's so many things going on with that.
Yeah.
But,
so Kathy Ricola says, "Me and my daughter met you at a PGP picnic."
Oh, that's awesome. The one at the park? Oh, that was super fun. That was my birthday in 2012. So I was 27. That's the party where I was running around in the mask suit the whole time. We had a photo booth.
What is this? What are you making?
Green onions. Yeah, green onions are good. So I got all my broccoli chopped up. As soon as the water's boiling, we're going to blanch the broccoli. Okay. But I also got to chop up green onions, and then I got to slice a whole thing of tomatoes.
Now Dale Benson says you should do this with a Whataburger shirt on.
Do I have a Whataburger shirt?
Dale,
you have to send me a Whataburger shirt.
You have to send him a Whataburger shirt. Right now,
I'll tell you right now, currently, XX is getting too big. XL would be great, but in a few months, I'm ready to fit into all my old large size clothes, and that is going to feel so great. Like, I really miss the clothes that I was wearing in 2012. On my birthday at that picnic in 2012, one of our awesome peeps, Chandra, gave me my favorite t-shirt ever. Do you remember hypercolor shirts for the 90s?
I do.
Where it's like purple, but if you touch it, it's pink. Oh God, I had two of those. I had one that was blue and white and one that was purple and pink. And they were my favorite shirts, and I miss wearing those. And I love wearing colorful, ridiculous clothing. Obviously, I wear a lot of cartoon characters on my body. But that's just because it makes people smile. And I like to live every day like I'm at some huge party or huge rave.
This is great. Now, I get insecure because when I cook, I'm not a good cook. So I don't think that people actually enjoy what I make.
But see, that is a misconception that everybody has before they start becoming a cook. Because I used to think the exact same thing. I don't want to cook because I'm going to screw it up. But I'm going to take a piece of advice that my girlfriend gave me that's actually from her mom. If you can read, you can cook. You can follow directions, like here's the recipe for the coleslaw dressing I'm making for this salad. If you can make that, you can cook.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do just that. All right, we have water boiling in our first pot. So we're going to go ahead and do our first batch of tortellinis. And to do that, all we need to do is pump in a tablespoon of olive oil.
Oh, wow. Now, Richard Flippin says broccoli is an underrated vegetable, especially when paired with a good ranch dressing.
Oh, yeah. You know what else is great about broccoli? It has, per capita, as much protein as meat.
Per capita?
I mean, you'd have to eat a whole bunch of it. Like, you'd have to eat, like, if you have a pound steak, you'd have to eat a pound and a half of broccoli. But
like,
there's protein in broccoli.
Per capita is like a human...
Sometimes I don't say the right words.
Okay.
But broccoli has so many good things for you, and it tastes fantastic when you make it right. And I've always, even as a kid, I thought, hey, broccoli's not that bad. All right, so we're going to dump in my pasta. Hopefully no one gets splattered. And then we're going to turn the heat down to like 7. I'm just going to toss it around a little bit.
Look entertaining. They look like little anuses.
Well, they're gonna fluff up and get bigger. Tortellini always start. Every pasta looks weird before you cook it. By the way, a word of caution to anybody that goes to Trader Joe's and thinks, "Oh, I want to try that black bean rotini pasta." My friend Jessica just tried it and was gonna make a pasta dinner with it, and she said it's disgusting, revolting. Don't try it. If you're gonna have pasta, have pasta. If you want a healthier option, use a spiralizer and make zucchini pasta or sweet potato pasta. But any of these fake pastas they sell or the gluten-free pastas, just make real food. Don't try to make fake substitute food. I'm gonna put my timer on for 9 minutes. That's how long we'll let the tortellinis cook. I might go a little longer because I like to get them nice and fluffy.
Kyle Smith says, these videos are awesome. You're the man.
Oh, thank you, Kyle. That's very much appreciated. You know, I was getting real lazy for a really long time, and I apologize for not doing regular podcasting forever. But number one, it was just depressing to do completely by myself. But number two, it was, I got to get in my room, I got to record, I got to edit, I got to post. I can't make any excuses with this. We hit the Facebook button and we go live. Plus, my producer, Laura, kicks ass, and I feel like I'm doing a show again. So, I love posting videos of my exercise classes. I love posting videos of cooking and just of hanging out because this is my life, and I like to live transparently and show you if I can do this stuff, you can do it. You got to remember, a year and a half ago, I did not know how to cook anything. Wow. And I started off slowly with stuff you can't screw up.
What was the first thing you cooked? Do you remember?
Stir fry with chicken sausage because my girlfriend said there's no way you can screw that up. And so I just put it in and stirred and stirred and stirred, and added salt and added pepper, and it turned out pretty good.
Now, Dale Benson did one thing to offend me and one thing to not offend me. He said homemade pasta is the best. And then he also said, let's see Laura. So we're going to please him in one aspect, but not in the other.
Okay. You want to be a faceless producer.
Well, I will be, but
the woman behind the curtain.
Some man said, hey, let's see what this girl looks
I understand that you'd be a little offensive. I would give a pass to Dale, though. He is a fantastic guy. Lives out there in Tomball, Texas. And back in the heyday of the PGP, he put my face on his son's racing truck. How cool is that?
Oh.
I mean, Gina's face was on it too, but that was in my cartoon face, not my actual mug.
Do you like slicing tiny tomatoes?
I love slicing tiny tomatoes.
They're so small.
These are grape tomatoes. I highly recommend them over cherry tomatoes.
Why?
They taste better.
Oh,
They're a little sweeter. Also, I pick up things. I made this for my girlfriend. She said I usually don't like little tomatoes, and these were fantastic. So.
Honey, sorry, that was a dog who's not supposed to be in the kitchen. That's why, honey.
Dog's not supposed to be in the kitchen.
Here's a sponsorship break for Ballast Point.
I love grapefruit sculpin. In all full disclosure, I had a shot of whiskey before this, too.
Yeah. Nicole C. says, hi, Randy!
Hi, Nicole C. Nicole C. was getting so mad at me for not updating the show, not updating the show, not updating the show. I hope this makes you happy because I'm going to be doing this on a daily basis. I'm also posting my sports reports every single day. Oh my God, the Clippers are so cursed. Not only do they lose to the Blazers, series tied up 2-2, but Chris Paul breaks his hand, Blake Griffin soars up his quadriceps, the two-star players are out, the Clippers are done. That franchise is so cursed.
Hold on, Blake Griffin has sore quadriceps?
Yes.
Maybe I can help him with that.
Do you want to help him out with that? Just give him a nice little Blake Griffin massage?
Oh, thanks, John Grisfridge. I got a compliment, Randy.
Oh, awesome.
He says, yeah, you're always awesome at filming and commenting. Laura, you guys, okay,
Laura's my producer.
Hold on, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna switch to selfie mode so people can see me.
Okay.
This is really weird, don't judge me.
What is the stag in your
It's right here. I don't have no makeup on. Hi guys, I'm La. Actually, I go by LA, like LA. And I'm Randy's new producer. I'm also his roommate, and I'm best friends with his girlfriend.
Yes.
So we are not a thing, but his best friend and he are a thing. So thank you so much for joining. I'm the one that's behind all of this stuff. So yeah.
Yes. This is my producer, and we're having a great time doing this show every single day because what we learned is I don't need to sit in a room anymore. I can do the show from anywhere. We can spitball anytime, anywhere, talk about anything while we're making good food. Hey,
and it's
look
great
at
because
that.
I get to eat all of this. So you guys don't, but I do. So this is great. Thanks for joining. Hi, Dale. You can finally see me. But yeah, we get to do this all the time. So this is great. I'm going to go back to Randy.
Yeah, this is about me.
Yeah, I know. This is about Randy.
Nicole is a sweetheart. She was such a huge fan of what we were doing on the Pretty Good Podcast that she and her husband, Dave Rich, whose name isn't actually Dave Rich, it's Rich, but for some reason at a party, Gina called him Dave, so now he's Dave Rich. They started a fan show called the PG Peepcast.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
Amazing. Richard Flippin asks, have you discovered the benefits of balsamic vinegar yet?
Oh, yeah. I love me some
Oh.
balsamic. I love making a nice caprese salad with
Wow.
balsamic vinegar and balsamic dressing. And
Don't worry, guys. I just spilled a beer, but it's fine. It's
Do we
okay.
need to take
It's
an
not really a
intermission?
beer. It's an Angry Orchard. I'm drinking cider now.
Did you spill?
Yeah, don't worry. It's a shush, shush,
We need like a PA to clean stuff up.
We do like to drink while we make these shows. I hope that's okay with you guys.
Well, come on. It's nighttime. It's happy hour. Got to enjoy ourselves. Also, Bernie did win Rhode Island, so cheers.
Cheers.
Moving on to California. Stop telling me that my vote's not going to count or that it's mathematically impossible. California doesn't vote until June 7th, and my vote counts no matter what you say. And I vote for who I believe in, not who I think can win. That's just my opinion. Doesn't matter if he mathematically can win or not. The guy is who I believe in, and he has ideals that I believe in. I've discovered that at the ripe old age of 30, I'm super freaking liberal. But I also respect all kinds of viewpoints, and I'm not one-sided. Like, there are things I'm liberal about, there are things I'm conservative about.
So you'd say you're both like a tomato and a broccoli, both red and green.
Exactly.
Wow.
Doesn't that look good?
Wow, you guys
All
really
right.
got political
So
here.
now, we could get super political. I could do a whole show on why free healthcare is the greatest idea in the world. But now we've got our boiling water in pot number 2. We're gonna.
This is better. No, it's not going to be better than the Golden Girls, Blanche, because she's the best Blanche. But this is going to be the second
Thank
plus
you for being
Blanche
broccoli.
that you're going to see tonight. Wait! I need my beer and.
Okay.
There we are. We're going to blanch broccoli.
All right, so we're gonna just dump all this in here, and we're just gonna count and stir. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look how already it's turning beautifully more green.
That's what it does. That's
Uh-huh.
what heat does. This is chemistry.
This-
All of you Breaking Bad fans.
It is, except we're not cooking meth, we're just cooking food.
We're just
But they never
cooking.
showed it, but I bet Walter White would have been a fantastic chef, because it's all chemistry. Is it 30 yet?
What? Oh, we stopped counting. We're
24, 25,
26,
26, 27, 28, 29, 30. All right, I'm gonna take this, dump it out into our strainer.
Thank you for being a broccoli.
You turn.
Turn green when you get cooked. Us with seed on our bodies.
So now the next step here is to run cold water over it because we don't want to actually cook it. We just want to get a little light on it.
So that's why you call it blanching?
Yes, but look how pretty it got.
Wow.
The same thing with broccoli is the same thing with kale, which are very similar nutrient-rich foods. I mean, there is vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin K, protein, fiber. There's so many good things in broccoli. If you can learn to like it, and you don't have to do something this fancy, you can steam it for 10 minutes, put a little lemon on top of it. It's fantastic. Broccoli is one of the best vegetables. And honestly, I think it's one of the best tasting vegetables. I think it's fantastic.
Can we hear a hooray broccoli from our
Hooray for broccoli?
all of our viewers? The thumbs up for broccoli. This is a great. When you're a kid, you don't like it. That's when you know you've grown up. Is if you like broccoli.
You learn to like vegetables.
Are you
learn to like-
sweating? Look at this.
I'm working hard here.
You guys, I'm gonna get a close up of this. Look
It's a
at-
workout. This is
He's
my workout for
sweating.
the night. All right,
That's some
let's
sweat.
not get all the flop sweat. We're gonna end up shorting out the camera.
This is great.
We're about less than 30 seconds away from dumping out our first batch of pasta, which means that I need this again. So let's go ahead and put the broccoli.
John
It's
Grizz
called
Fritch loves us.
Oh yeah, he's
Fuck
fantastic.
yeah, bro. Oh, Nicole C asks, "Where's Jamie?"
Cat's Jimmy?
Yeah.
She's probably hanging out on a cat shelf. If you want, you can go take an adventure over there.
I might, once we're done with all this broccoli adventure.
Yeah. She was Jamie, then she became Cat Jamie, then she became Cat Jimmy, and now she's just Jimmy.
Well,
so I don't know how that worked.
A fellow asks, excuse me, who is that annoying female?
What? This is Laura, my producer and my roommate, who is helping me do this right now. So I wouldn't call her annoying because I couldn't do this by myself. I can't cook and film.
Thank you, Don, so much.
All right, we're doing
for your comment. We're gonna make sure we post you on the internet. All right, here's back to
casting, by the way. Not everyone's gonna like everything you do. Like yesterday, someone on my YouTube account writes, "I hope you have a heart attack and die."
Oh no, who would say that?
Some a-hole who doesn't have the balls to say it to me on Facebook, where he'd have to write down his real name. So he goes and makes a fake account on YouTube called Baba Booey, because that's real original. And people ask me, why don't you just ignore it? Why are you reposting it? Because you got to call out the freaking haters. You can't let these guys just do it and do it and do it. And you say, oh, that's what they want. Well, I don't know if that's what they want, because I reposted a screenshot of that, and about 50 people said that guy's an asshole. Is that what that guy really wanted? Not one person agreed with him. You're giving terrible advice. Number one, I'm not giving advice. I'm just sharing my story. And if you happen to want to try what I'm doing, that's fantastic. If not, we'll just see how I'm going with this. But I've also done all this before.
We do. We have people coming to my restaurant. John, thank you, Nicole, for saying that I'm not annoying.
Yeah. By the way, am I the only one drinking out here? Is anyone else drinking tonight? Because it's a party night.
It is. I'm going to... Okay, do you want to drink your beer? This is also... Here we go. Look at that pasta.
Yes.
I'm going to drink
this is our
this.
first
Thank you guys
batch
for
of
joining
tortellini. And we're going to do the same thing we did with the broccoli, where now after it's cooked, running under cold water. Okay, it's all off of there.
Thank you, Richard. Richard says, you guys are so much fun. Enjoy your dinner.
Yay!
Nicole, I don't know you. I've made out with girls before.
Nicole's
I'm sure I
so
would
much
add
fun.
you. We ran out of whiskey, Dale, but we'll do whiskey next time.
Yeah, I need more whiskey.
So you...
And
Kyle
someone
just had a drink with us. Thank you, Kyle.
Yeah.
Look at that. So you're washing the pasta down.
I'm cooling it down.
Oh, you're cooling it down.
Because we don't want it to be hot. Once it's cooked, then we want it to be nice and cool for our salad.
Oh. Wow.
So we got that going.
Look at that. Look how pretty this looks already.
Oh, yeah.
This is just red and green and super healthy. So these are all natural vegetables from the earth. Yeah. Rosie Cervera says, good job, Randy.
Hi, Rosie. I know all these people have been literally following me for years.
Yeah, hold on. Look at the camera and say the same thing.
Hi, Rosie. Yay. What's crack-a-lackin'? All right, we're going to dump in our second batch of tortellinis.
Wow, another guy said I'm annoying.
Welcome to radio.
Wow.
Guys, that's rude. I couldn't do this without Laura, so let's calm down on that.
But he needs more wang, so maybe he's just not interested in girls.
Well, I got lots of wang for you right here. Cheers to that.
Cheers. So what else do you need to do to make this food?
I need to make my dressing, actually. What we're going to do now is I'm going to dump the tortellinis in this bowl right here. And I'm going to put this in the fridge to really cool it down.
Oh.
Because if I toss it in with my salad now, it's going to make all the salad stuff warm. We don't want that.
Yeah. Lou, there's only one woman here, so you don't need to identify me in the green tank top, but I appreciate that.
What did he say?
Who's that annoying woman in the green tank top? I need more wang.
I'm right here, buddy.
I'm going to like your comment because I like everybody. John Grizz Fridge, you're my favorite. He's wonderful.
Yeah, he is fantastic.
Tortellinis are the best. We love you too. Hey guys, I go by La, not Laura. It's Lara. So just call me La.
It's amazing how many people can't get that right.
Well, it's just because Laura is a very common name.
Yes.
Laura's not so much.
So next step is, well, we got our tortellinis cooking for round 2. All the vegetables are ready to go. They're good to go.
Yeah.
We just need to make our dressing. And the dressing for this is a coleslaw dressing.
Should this be stirred? Stir this.
Okay.
Thank you, John. Perfect.
There we go. All right. Now we're going to make coleslaw dressing. And that takes...
so I didn't like coleslaw for a long time, and now I do.
Why?
Because I think it's the mayonnaise. A lot of people are nervous about mayonnaise. I've learned to love it. So
I'm white,
mayonnaise.
so mayonnaise is like the best thing ever.
Look at the ingredients of mayonnaise.
It's just eggs and soybean oil and
one
day I do want to do this,
water,
and maybe we'll do a video on this. But there are videos on how to make your own mayonnaise from scratch. That's much healthier. And probably, I would say this is the unhealthiest thing in the salad, but it's still, any dressing you make at home is infinitely healthier than anything you buy at the store.
You believe
I
that?
make salads every week, and I never buy store-bought dressing. Number one, homemade dressings are easy to do. They taste a lot better, and they're so, like, look at the ingredients in just a simple salad dressing, like ranch. And like, wait, when I make ranch at home, it's just buttermilk, mayonnaise, and salt and pepper and garlic powder and a little ranch seasoning. But you notice it's like hydrogenated, peroxided oils and all these things that you don't need to put in your body. You can make anything from scratch, and I love doing that. And also, store-bought dressings are expensive.
They contain a lot of sugar. Like, I think a lot of store-bought dressings have to have preservatives in them just so they can stay on the shelf for so long.
Like, I don't like knowing that anything that I make will last for like 2 years.
Unless you are in like a safe haven, like a bomb shelter.
Yeah, okay, so we get our cup.
But that'll be another episode of bomb shelter food.
Bomb shelter food.
This is disgusting. I'm sorry, you guys. Like, mayonnaise in small quantities is nice, but like this is a lot of mayo.
It's gonna look better once we get into it.
Oh, Dale says mayonnaise equals no carbs. So you're right. Like it's all eggs and oil.
Yes. Okay, so we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of sugar.
Oh, John Grizz. You're right. Homemade dressings are so simple and so good. You just never think about actually making it because a bottled dressing is the norm.
Yeah.
You're right. Like, so how easy, we're going to show you how easy it is to actually make your own homemade dressing.
Okay.
So this is a coleslaw dressing, which is very mayonnaise based.
It's mayonnaise and then 2 tablespoons of sugar, which is way less than that would be in this cold. If you went to Ralph's and got the store-bought coleslaw dressing, there'd be way more than 2 tablespoons of sugar. Now we'll do 2 teaspoons of black pepper, which I'm going to guess is like 20 clicks.
Sometimes Randy just guesses things.
Well, that's what cooking is. Eventually, you get to a point where you don't need measuring cups for anything. Like, when my girlfriend cooks, who is a master chef, she didn't need measuring cups for almost anything because she can eyeball it. And she almost doesn't need to print out recipes because she just remembers things. Half a teaspoon of salt.
Oh, Lou Stowers, who did apologize for his green tank top.
Stowers.
He says Twinkies. You're right. Twinkies never go bad. Like, you could keep those things
Twinkies
forever.
are absolute bomb shelter food. Huge shout out to Lou Stowers, who does traffic and news over there at Talk Radio 790 KBC.
Oh,
the best radio station in Southern California. If you haven't listened to us in a while, it's time to tune back in because we got more content than KFI. We got less commercials than KFI, and I'm on it. And you can also, like, you know, you don't need to choose one or the other. You can listen to both radio stations because we happen to take commercial breaks at different times a lot of the day. I flip back and forth constantly because there's shows on KFI I love, there's shows on KBC I love. I'm a talk radio junkie, and I listen to talk radio probably 6 to 7 hours a day outside of the 5 hours that I'm doing it.
Dale Benson says, new show idea, Randy knows best.
What do I know best?
Probably how to make mayonnaise-based dressing. I think.
Well, I do know that. All right, so we got our dry mustard.
Wow, there's dry mustard? Oh, yeah, because it's from mustard seed.
Exactly.
Lou Stower says, all great chefs don't measure. You're right, you have like an instinctual feeling for these things, I think.
I mean, I'm getting to that point, but especially with like a dressing where everything's very sensitive, I want to make sure, like, I don't want to overdo it with the celery seed, because that'll make it taste weird.
Yeah.
But you gotta have a little bit. And now, the last ingredient, apple cider vinegar, one of the greatest things in the world for everything.
Yeah. Let's see what kind you have here. Trader Joe's Organic.
This isn't the best apple cider vinegar. If you want to drink like apple cider vinegar to detox your body, you want to get that big bottle of Bragg's, the stuff that says from the mother.
Oh yeah, do we not have that?
We ran out of it. I drank it all.
Fine.
But that stuff is fantastic. If you want a drink that'll make you feel like you're detoxing your whole body, warm water, apple cider vinegar, and honey. If you have a sore throat, apple cider vinegar and honey.
This should be stirred again. Look at the pasta's getting a little. There we go. Now John Grizz says, I never listen to Talk Radio Live, always as a podcast when I'm driving.
You know, I do that a lot as well. In fact, I used to only do that. I like the live aspect because anything can happen. And I also am too lazy sometimes to get my iPod going and I have to download something, but I totally understand that. But I just love listening to live radio. I'm a live radio junkie. 2 tablespoons of ACV.
Now Dale asks, do you still talk to Conway?
I talk to Conway all the time. I was texting him today about politics and everything. I see him probably once every couple of weeks. He has recently invited me out to the track, which I need to go, but I love Tim Conway Jr. This September will be 10 years that I have known him.
Wow.
And I've listened to him on the radio for years before that, but he is absolutely the only reason I got into radio. And the guy who inspired me to be where I am today, and I'm ever so thankful for everything he does. I listen to his show every night. Love Tim Conway.
Now Mary D asks, hi Ryan, finally caught you when you're
Mary!
live!
Hi Mary D! I love Mary D.
She says Randy, not Ryan, because she knows you.
You can call me whatever you want. You know how much I confuse people? Like when I take my class passes, I introduce myself as Ryan to a lot of people because that's my real name.
Yeah.
But my Facebook says Randy and my class pass says Randy. So I have my teacher friend Katie who can't figure out what to call me every single day. But I just respond to both. Or I'm like, you can just call me Steve.
Now Lou says, as long as you're drinking, do a red wine vinaigrette dressing. Okay. Well, we already made the mayonnaise stuff, but maybe the next time we'll do a red wine.
You know, my last salad that I made, the roasted vegetable salad, that did have that, and it was fantastic.
That's great. So how much longer do we have to wait? Because I'm getting hungry right now.
It's getting real close.
Okay.
I mean, we are almost at the tail end of this because the tortellini's almost done.
Okay, so I'm going to stir some of this.
The coleslaw.
Wow. Look at that. I'm going to stir. Oh. Stir.
Somebody likes the selfie cam.
I know, I can cook.
Yes.
I don't cook ever.
But how hard is this? To somebody who thinks that they can't cook, is this hard?
No, this is very easy. It's easier when you do it, though.
But it's all just like having fun with it, experimenting. I also have tons of free time, and it's amazing how focused you can be doing this and feeling so accomplished. And when you cook your own food, it literally tastes better because you're like, wow, I did this. That's fantastic.
Diana Pineda asks for a PGP reunion show.
Well, if Gina Grad didn't have 5,000 jobs to go to, we would do one. I did see her for lunch a few weeks ago. We went to my favorite place, the Submarine King in Burbank. We were supposed to talk for 20 minutes. We ended up talking for 2 hours. Eventually, yes, that will happen, but you got to remember, on top of the fact that she works in morning radio, she also does the Adam Carolla show, and she has a boyfriend. So she's got a lot of stuff going on. At some point, of course, we will do one.
Look at this. Oh, so satisfying.
That's like sexy food right there.
Right? The steam is hot.
And then we're going to run the cold water on it.
Mary D says, Randy, so proud of you. Keep up all the great work.
I will, and we'll keep it transparent every single day. Cooking, juicing, exercising. I mean, the thing that I love to show to people is that obviously, if you've listened to me on the radio for the last 10 years, podcasts for the last 7 years, or even a friend of mine on Facebook, you know that one of my true passions is absolute gluttony. And I used to go to McDonald's and get the 50 McNuggets. And I used to go get $15 worth of food at Jack in the Box. And that was my passion. And I've learned to change that, and I've learned to show that I can fall in love with other things.
And how much weight have you lost already?
Well, we're doing weigh-in Wednesday tomorrow, but I started out when I got kicked off the Harry Potter ride back in February at about 300 pounds.
Wow.
Last time I weighed in, I was around 270, 272.
That's
so
amazing.
I'd say we lost about 30 pounds. And you got to remember, the number of weight loss is very erroneous because I'm doing so much working out that I'm gaining just as much muscle as I'm losing in fat.
It's not about the number, it's about what you get to do every day with your body.
And like I used to when I wear this exact shirt, it would ride up on my belly and it wouldn't fit properly. I'm almost at the point where this is getting too big. And also, like, I'm starting to get a little muscle here.
Look
Just
at
a little
that!
bit. But, like, this used to be like, I mean, I can see my toes. They're very pretty.
They're beautiful toes.
But I'm starting to just feel the effects. And like I said, I'm still 270 pounds. So technically, I'm still obese or maybe even morbidly obese. But I'm doing what I'm doing, and I feel fantastic, and I'm eating the right things. And the more I start eating the right things and doing the more exercising, the better I feel every single day. which outweighs that instant gratification feeling of going to Jack in the Box.
Mary D says it's very true. She remembers the 50 McNugget challenge.
Oh God, that's still on
right,
YouTube.
So she's been with you for that long.
That video is absolutely revolting.
Now John Grizz says, those tortellinis look perfect. You've inspired me to put more pasta on my salads.
Yeah, and I don't do pasta often because this is carb, but it's, this is fairly low. Like a pound of broccoli.
Hi, Mary D. I'm not girlfriend. I'm girlfriend's best friend.
Yes.
Also roommate.
And producer.
I'm producer. I'm the new producer.
Yeah, we like
so
producers.
I'm behind the camera. I'm also the one commenting. And I get to eat all
The thing that's great too is that she lives here. You don't have to be a pain in the ass. Like, get over here. We need to do a show. Get over here. We need to do a show. That's why the whole thing with Olivia and I didn't work out, because it was impossible for her to get here. And then I was like, come on, I want to do a show. But you live here, so anytime I want to do a show, I can just goat you into helping me out.
This is great. I get dinner out of this.
All right.
Mary D, so nice to meet you.
We're ready for the grand finale, everybody. We have our green onions, our broccolis, and our tomatoes. We have our tortellinis.
Wow.
And finally, we have our coleslaw dressing.
Oh, that's
Let's make sure to get all that out. It's sexy food, everybody.
Right? Like, what is this?
This also keeps really well overnight and soaks in the juices. And although if you blanch the broccoli too long and you leave it overnight for 2 days, the broccoli might turn yellow. Still good, still very good, but not as aesthetically pleasing. But also, this salad's so good that it's not going to last for 2 days.
Erica Blockfester says she does miss the PGP, but this is fun.
Thank you. I miss it too, but I mean, we physically don't have time to even see each other to hang out anymore, let alone do an hour-long show every day. I do my radio thing. I'm on mornings 5 to 10 on Talk Radio 790 KBC, talking news, politics, and sports, things that I never thought I'd be interested in, and I am, and I love it. Gina's doing Mark in the Morning on The Sound every single morning. She's doing that. She's doing the Adam Carolla Show. So it's not like we're gone. And yeah, at some point, I'd love to be doing a show with her again, but we kind of got what we wanted out of it.
We did. And I'm going to get what I want out of this food. John Grizz says, gotta admit, this food really does look sexy.
It's going to be so damn good. We're going to call it sexy food.
Right?
But honestly, I don't know how many people know this, but the goal of when Gina and I started the Pretty Good Podcast, which actually the anniversary date is May 3rd, May 3rd, 2009, so it'll be 7 years.
Wow.
I mean, we ended the show last year, but it was 7 years ago that we started that. And the whole reason we wanted to do it was we needed to practice doing a show every single day to get good enough to be on the radio, get our names out there, get recognition, but ultimately to get paying jobs in radio.
Yeah.
Because when Gina and I started the Pretty Good Podcast, we were practically working for minimum wage.
Now you're both very successful. Dale says that he listens to Randy and or Gina most mornings. That's
fantastic.
Huge.
And you can flip back and forth because when they're in commercial break, we're not. And when they're playing the umpteenth Led Zeppelin song, I'm talking about the Clippers. Again, they're freaking cursed. All right, there we go. Now I'm just going to shake this around. Shake that pasta. Look at that. How long did that take? How long have we been filming?
38 minutes.
38 minutes from start to finish. This salad's going to be so damn good. And I wish I could share it with you guys.
Can you eat a bite right now just to show everyone what it looks like for you to eat this?
Okay. That's a little weird, but sure.
We need something in your mouth.
That sounds dirty.
Yeah?
But yes, sure. I can pour out a little salad for myself.
We need to see the finished product because we have 1 minute left. I'm going to cut this off at 40.
Okay.
This is a long show.
40-minute show.
Yeah.
Hey, I do 5 hours every morning. This is nothing.
Well, you just do sports.
It's not just sports, but I'm also awesome at doing sports. Look at that. We got plenty left over for when my girlfriend comes home. Broccoli, tomatoes, tortellini, green onions, coleslaw dressing. Over all these ingredients together probably cost me under $20. I got enough food to feed 3 people and then some. It didn't take that long to make. It is fairly healthy. I mean, look how much broccoli is in that.
Yeah, it's so good. So take a bite, then we can say goodbye. Oh,
no,
that's what just happened.
That was a party foul, everybody.
No.
But here we go.
Here we are.
This is to you guys. I appreciate you watching, and I appreciate you commenting and supporting everything I do. I do this for you guys, and the comments and the inspiration that you give me helps me to keep going. And the fact that I hear people saying I inspire them, that even inspires me even more, because now I'm doing this for you. Oh yeah.
Is it good?
It's so good.
You already got it on your shirt.
I'm a messy eater, what can I say? That's why I don't eat on camera.
Thank you guys so much for joining. Your dreams can come true if you just go for it. Have a wonderful night. Goodbye.
See you, people. Bye. We'll see you next time. Tomorrow I'm taking spin class.